Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know it's your boy Daniel here, and we're gonna watch 5 true horror story animated. Okay, let's go. Sorry about that.
When I was 10 years old, I stayed at home by myself for the first time while my parents went out for a date.
Okay.
I was really into horror movies, so my imagination ran wild, so I had every light on in the house.
You're right about me.
I was scared, honestly, but not so much due to the lights. My parents told me they would be back by 10, so I wasn't really worried.
Okay.
I had food, blockbuster movies to watch, and my favorite game, Manhunt.
What is this? This PlayStation controller does not say ZONY. I have one. Is this like PlayStation 3?
On my PS2. By the way, this was 2004. It started to get dark outside.
Hey, when you was born, Giovanni? I was born 2000 something.
When all of a sudden a storm hit, and the lights went out. As soon as it happened, I ran into our living room near the front of the house with my flashlight. I was definitely afraid now. I decided to get under the covers on the couch. I tried to fall asleep, but I was so afraid I couldn't.
He's dumb.
I don't know why, but I peeked out from under the covers, and I swear, I saw the silhouette of a man in the corner of the room.
What the heck? Look at his tongue. He looked like Venom. The movie Venom. Have you ever check it out?
I jumped back under my covers, breathing heavily. Then all I heard was slow, methodical footsteps. They were coming toward me.
Ew, look at
Then I heard
eyes.
whispering along with the footsteps. My heart was pumping out of my chest at this point.
That's creepy, guys.
Then the sound stopped. I just laid there frozen. No sound. Go! I got up and ran out of
How do we turn blue? Is this like real? It says 5 true horror story animated.
the house because it felt like someone touched my arm. And I know I heard someone yell the word go. I pretty much ran out of the house with the blanket over my head. I ran to my neighbor's house. I told them what happened and they called the cops from their cell phones.
Okay.
My parents arrived a little later than they expected due to bad traffic. They seemed angry about what happened. The police say that there was no evidence of a break-in. I still to this day remember that feeling of fear, but I really don't know if it were my imagination or not.
Yeah, I have no freaking answer. It could have been, but I'm not sure.
This is a story that didn't happen to me. It happened to my dad. It's not a scary story about a creepy encounter with someone or anything paranormal. It's more of a close call kind of story.
What?
Anyway, in 2001, he was working for a big company,
Okay.
a good paying job.
You just want the money. That's why he's staying. I think he stays after. I'm not sure. I had never watched this.
Not sure how long he worked there since I was 3 years old at the time. He got laid off on September 9th, 2001, 2 days before 9/11. On the morning of 9/11, he's still asleep and he gets a call from my grandfather saying, "Those raghead terrorists, I'm going to kill all of them."
What kind of grandpa says that?
He asked him why the hell he was yelling and cussing until
What? Don't kill these innocent people. Oh, what disgrace me and kick me out. Well, you're not invited to my birthday.
to the phone at 8 a.m. My grandfather tells him to turn on the TV and check out the news. Well, you know the rest.
What?
2 planes crashed into the World Trade Center. This part I actually remember seeing on TV. Of course, being 3 years old, I had no
I know what this is. If you go search up these 3 planes, I'll tell you the story on my TikTok. Go follow me.
idea what was going on. Now here's some creepy stuff for the story. After the towers collapsed, my dad gets a call from his boss. He asked him, "James, what the hell just happened?" There was a loud explosion and everyone started freaking out. I'm still in the tower and it's really dark in here. My dad tells him the towers are gone. They collapsed. I'm not really sure how their conversation went after this, but eventually his boss's phone cut off. He somehow survived the collapse by being trapped in an air bubble or something like that. I don't know. He got trapped under all the debris and was stuck in the air bubble. No idea how he got signal on his phone underneath all of that. His body was never found. Now, the main reason I'm sharing this story is because a few years ago, my dad told me something that is chilling to think about. Right before he was laid off, he was scheduled to go to a meeting with his boss and some other people he worked with. The meeting took place on the 72nd floor of the North Tower. It was supposed to start exactly at 8 a.m. Coincidence or not, this is creepy.
Okay, that's it for today, but I'm gonna go show you my TikTok, so just wait up. Okay, this is my TikTok, guys, AFC13, and I'll tell you the story what happened.